So, on my radar, I saw this past week, Resident Evil 4 Remake has some trailers and stuff come out from Game Informer. I'm like, man, I haven't read Game Informer in years. They used to have a pretty damn good magazine back in the day. I remember that. Used to read it here and there. So, let's take a look at, there's like a few trailers we're going to go over. This might be one of my longer videos for this stuff, but we're going to take a look at it. There's a couple of those three. We might break it up in two. We might. This is the one I want to go for first. This is the big trailer, like the little tease trailer we got.
In 2005, Resident Evil 4 changed the face of survival horror. The game's phenomenal blend of action and horror, combined with its revolutionary over-the-shoulder gameplay, cemented it as a bona fide classic.
Break free.
Magic Capcom hopes to recapture with a modernized remake.
So you could, looks like you could stab him.
Grace's Game Informer's cover this month. We visited Capcom's headquarters in Osaka, Japan, to play Chapter 1 and 5 of Resident Evil 4.
That looks good.
Speak to its principal designers, including directors Yasuhiro Ampo and Kazunori Kadoi, who previously led the Resident Evil 2 remake. Viewers can also look forward to never-before-seen gameplay
remake
and a new rapid-fire interview. Beginning today, Digital Magazine subscribers can read 12 pages sharing new details on the opening section, breakdowns of Ashley's gameplay and other tweaks, plus impressions of the church.
Oh, that's interesting to do that now. You can just stab him.
To keep up with all of our coverage, bookmark GameInformer.com/Resident Evil 4 and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
All right. And then we have this one, which is the game design. Like I said, this might be a little bit longer one. We don't usually do this, but. Hirofumi? Fumi?
バイオハザード4の、アートの特徴で言うならやっぱキャラクター。
Game Informer, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm watching. I'll put links for all the stuff, so you guys won't watch it without me in it.
プラス、世界観で言ったらとても今までのバイオハザードと違ってシチュエーションが
That looks spooky as hell compared to the old school one.
シチュエーションが多いんで、
Oh man.
そういうところのバリエーションだったり、幅みたいなものを持ってたんで、そこの幅を減らさずに進めていきたいなと。同じような絵にならないように、ちゃんとそれぞれのキャラクターを魅力を出してあげたいなっていうのが最初に思ってました。もちろん一番好きなのレオン。
You like Leon the most.
やっぱり自分もオリジナルを普通に学生の時に遊んで楽しんでた身なので、主人公のレオンが、もちろんかっこよくて好きだし魅力的な主人公だと思うんで、プラス敵で言うなら、チェーンソーかなっていうのが。
Chainsaw Villager. Ooh. That's wild.
が好きだったんで、今回そのリメイクでもチェーンソーが出るってなった時に、今回のチェーンソーどうしようかなっていうのを考えて、いろいろ
Leon run
デザインの段階でいろいろ書いたんですよね。ディレクターとかと話してる時になんでしょうね、もっとムキムキにしたりとか、
Oh Lord.
でかくしたりとか、
You could have stabbed him.
コートを着せたりして、
I don't think it would have been wise.
チェーンソーを書いてみたんですけど、なんですかね、なんか違うなっていうのがあって、で、改めて原作やったりとか、チェーンソー自体をちゃんと見てたら、チェーンソーの魅力ってやっぱりなんですかね、普通なんですよ。
Well, yeah, you don't want to change too much.
麻袋をかぶってチェーンソーを持ってるっていうのがやっぱホラーなんですよ。これが怖い。これが意外とやっぱりムキムキだったりとかクリーチャーなやつがチェーンソー。
Yeah, because he reminds me of something from like Texas Chainsaw.
あくまで普通に理性のありそうな人間がチェーンソー、麻袋を持ってかぶってチェーンソーを持ってるっていうのがそれが怖いっていうのにやっぱり落ち着いたんで、結局首から下は実は
From neck down, his design. Yeah.
一緒なんですよ。 首から上の麻袋とチェーンソーだけがあいつにとって
Cow and chainsaw.
でもそれが逆に言ったら守らなきゃいけないリメイクオリジナルのバイオ4の良さだったりその敵キャラクターとしての良さだったりします。なんで今回もそういうところは守ってるけどあれですねでもグラフィックが進化した分はだいぶ、入れさせてもらってて服の質感とかあと
Under the cow.
覗く目とかも良ければじっくり見てもらえたらいいかなと思います。
Did I just hear Leon's voice? I think matured his voice a little bit from what I heard. Ooh. You do you then. Ooh. Get him. Oh, there you go. Gameplay looks smooth. It looks like your controls are still a little bit tanky, but not much. Kind of like how they did in 2. It was a nice fluidity of tanky controls mixed with newish gameplay.
なんでしょうね。こいつのできたまず経緯で言うなら新キャラ作ろう、新しい敵キャラを作ろうっていうつもりで作ったキャラっていうわけではなくて、こいつができたのも結構開発も終盤なんですよね。もう終わり頃になってできたやつで、できた時ももうあらかた結構ゲームができてたんですよ。ゲームプレイしてて普通にプレイしても普通に遊べると。ただやっぱチェックプレイしてるとなんかここにもうちょっとこういう敵欲しいなとか、もうちょっと硬い敵欲しいな、
Different enemy.
欲しいなとか、
So there's
ここで
new
なんか
enemies.
ハンマー振り回すと欲しいよねっていうちょっとこうなんでしょうね、ゲーム側からゲーム側と話しててこういう役割のやつが欲しいっていうのから来て、
So it's going to have like a bull-like cow
こいつが出来上がったっていう感じですね。なんで新キャラを作ろうと思って作ったやつではなかったりします。で、なんですかね。で、なぜ牛の頭をかぶってるかっていうのも言うて結構人が多い
human form characters in this game.
ゲームなんですよ。序盤はガナードだったりとか、出てくる敵も相対するものもこっち側も全部人間なんですよ。
Yeah, because even the original there was. Makes sense.
っていうのと、あと今回そのイルミナス教団とか、そういうなんですかね、邪教徒コアさロスイルミナドス教団とかのその敵のちょっと宗教的な
Audio seems
モ
off.
チーフをもう少し入れたいっていう話があったんで、そういうところで、そういうのを入れるのはどうだろうっていうので、牛の頭とか鹿の頭とかよくバイオでは切り取って飾ってたりするんですよね。だからこういうところから、こういうのをかぶせて、敵にしようかなというところからできてはいます。で、
Is it?
でも普通のゲームだったら牛の頭
I don't
を
think it's on my end.
なんでしょうね、ミノタウロスというか
So
牛
there?
の頭をしたクリーチャーになっちゃうと思うんですけど、うちの場合はどっちかというと牛の死体の頭をかぶらされてる、もしくは意図的にかぶってる狂人っていう風に作ろうとはしてますね。なんで実は一緒に戦っててもプレイヤ
No,
ーの方を
that was on their
見
end.
たりとかもし
That
ない
one
し、
threw me off.
実は首だけ触れてるんですよね。プレイヤーの方見てないんですよ。牛の目もプレイヤーを見てない。それはなぜかって言ったら死体の頭をかぶってるからっていうのを結構大事にして作ってますね。だからあくまでミノタウロスにしちゃうとファンタジーになるけど、バイオハザードでの解釈はやっぱこれは牛の死体をかぶってるおかしい人だ。でウイルスで強くなっているっていうところのは大事にしてるっていう感じですね。
To
I'm
keep up
dope.
with all of our
I'm
coverage, bookmark GameInformer.com/ResidentEvil4 and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
All right, and then we got 12 minutes of the actual raw gameplay walkthrough. I think you got people talking from Game Informer on this one. So this is chapter 5, which couple hours in.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning
that's
into
all.
Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of this exclusive gameplay footage that we have from Resident Evil 4 Remake, Chapter 5. We're going to be seeing some church gameplay, some Ashley gameplay, and some of the cabin fight, as well as, just overall fighting Ganado and trying
Creatures.
to stay alive. So we've got about 12 minutes of footage here to show you today. And I'm joined by Marcus Stewart. How are you, Marcus?
I'm feeling great. I'm happy to be seeing this section again because, as I mentioned in the cover story I wrote, I've had a lot of fun playing it.
Absolutely. We are. This footage starts out, and we are, simply escaping from the church. This is how many hours into the game would you say this is, Marcus?
Yeah, it's hard to say because we don't know how long the other chapters are. It's got to be at least probably like 3-ish hours, I would guess.
Yeah.
This is not our gameplay, by the way, if people are wondering.
Well,
This is
no.
the
Correct.
role that Capcom provided, so this is someone on the team playing, not us.
Yes. We did play through this section, everything that you see today. An important disclaimer, Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like flights, hotel, in association with this cover trip. We didn't have any of those conversations. Like, that's our bosses that handle all that. We kind of just show up and do our job, but it is an important
Just show up, do our job.
That said, we are not influenced by that.
Roost, I've secured Baby Eagle.
Copy that. Is she okay?
Affirmative.
Well done, Condor 1. I'll dispatch a chopper.
I'm glad she's in it.
I'm sending you the coordinates for the extraction point. Make your way there, and don't let anything happen to Baby Eagle.
Copy that.
Hurry. The weather is getting worse.
Okay. Weather's getting worse.
The Hunnigan conversations are in game now, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you can kind of
we're,
move around while it's happening.
Yeah, nice shot of the map there. Going to the helicopter extraction point where nothing will go wrong, I'm sure. In the beginning, you saw Leon and
Okay.
Ashley sort of just talking about like, hey, we need to get out of here.
Large resources.
Fun fact, without spoiling, there's a little extra area in that upper deck that you can find if you don't want to just beeline it straight for that ladder.
Oh.
So keep an eye out up there. I found it on my playthrough. We are making our way through here.
So exploring's rewarded.
And a gentleman moving that out the way because he's all big and strong.
I don't know, but this is not Chris. Spread out. Like she gonna do anything. Ooh, nice. Nice sneak attack. Kitchen knife.
And yeah, this part was pretty fun to get through. I tried to get through it stealthily the first couple times.
Ooh. So bullets won't just kill him. You gotta get up close sometimes. This is what, the whole get up close and knife. Ooh. Jump cut. You got a lot of stuff, dude.
So you're gonna notice there's gonna be a few jumps in the clips here. Again, that's a Capcom thing, so this isn't going to be a straight run through of the chapter. It's gonna jump around at points. But as you can see, the flash grenade still very effective against those tentacle transformed Ganado. As we enter the cemetery, you get a little bit of a taste of one of the side quests, which is sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle. As you can see, you can still shoot birds' nests to get those precious
Chicken eggs.
Or I guess a chicken egg that's in a bird nest in the tree. Don't ask me how that works. You know how it is. But I mean, in the original game, you killed snakes and got chicken eggs, which was always kind of weird.
A little bit.
Took care of a request. Well done.
Man himself.
Look at you.
The
So you're
merchant.
turning in side quests.
Hi, buddy.
Is what you're going to be doing. One has to wonder how he moves with all that heavy equipment in that coat.
He has things you don't know about. That's what it is.
Kind of like a Dragon Ball, like Piccolo weighted training gear. He's probably pretty strong. But
I was thinking he's just like into CrossFit. You know?
You know, we don't know. He's a mysterious figure. As
Ray
you
of
see,
fire.
we're upgrading our equipment here. You can upgrade knives now, as mentioned in the cover story, which is nice.
Yeah.
Which you're going
Which
to
is-
be needing because they have limited durability.
So is it per knife or is it just
Quite a
like
bit for the
when you
area
find one
mechanic.
they're already upgraded?
And you can see
That's
there's
the question
other
I have.
side quests right there. You're going to want to keep an eye out in the environment for those blue flyers. Oh, so there's the
Wild dog.
quest. That was one of the more involved quests that we saw so
Absolutely.
Ooh.
And you won't see the solution in this footage, but you will see sort of what's on the other end of this side quest for you.
Yeah.
The dog is hard to find. We are going to show the dog, but the way to find the dog will be, I guess, a little bit of a mystery. And also important to note, we turned left when we left that door. There is another path behind us if we were to turn right out of that door that goes into an
Ooh,
underground
there's the
tunnel
kick.
that like takes you up through a well
And stab.
in the
Nice.
village. So there's a lot of paths available.
Yeah, like when we both came through here, we just assumed just the way the camera's framed. We're like, okay, it's the only way to go. But yeah, one of the producers pulled us aside and was like, hey, check this out. And we were like, oh, okay.
Like, come here.
We've
You go
got
that way.
The village at night.
There we go.
Thought she could take a pitchfork to Leon. Didn't work out for her. And this is
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's a lot of talk about
The rain's fine.
Rain gate.
rain gate. I do
Rain's
agree.
fine.
I think it can be tuned down a little bit. It does feel like intentionally, like it is intentionally obfuscating the environment, and kind of adds to that tension. Like you can't see what you're shooting.
Ambiance.
I do agree, though. It's a bit much. And you know, it would be great, Marcus, if there's like a rain slider. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I just want a nice little downpour. As we see, I love the lighting in this game. You know, like it just.
The lighting's good. I will admit to that. The rain thing, though,
The
rain's fine.
flashlight and just how dark everything is. Like it just makes especially like interiors like this. If we lift Ashley up to do her thing, get Leon up there. Yeah, it just makes the interiors creepier. Like that. Like the first time that owl made me jump because you just see the glowing eyes in the dark. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god, like what is that?
I will say there were a couple times when I was playing the demo where I was kind of in a very dark environment and Leon wasn't pulling up his flashlight, which is kind of frustrating. So I'm just kind of like clambering around in the dark. It was mostly like outdoor. Oh,
There he
here's
is.
the dog.
Look at that thing. It's got like a weird, almost like a scorpion tail.
Whoa.
Looking at it again. So yeah, Capcom also pointed out, for those wondering, that this dog is not the dog that Leon can rescue in the original game, because, you know, in this game, he's
Well, yeah.
presumably dead.
That's sad.
So, you know, at the time, we kind of were like, oh, maybe this is the dog, but they were very clear to point out, like, nope, different dog. And you're like, okay.
I'm still.
That
They
dog
also
fight is
wouldn't-
pretty hard.
They also wouldn't definitively answer if it was the same dog in this game as in the old game. In terms of the one that's dead at the beginning of the game, they're like,
Leave a lot of money behind.
It's like, okay.
So you see a
Ooh.
medallion up there as Leon takes it out. So you
Yeah.
see it's 1 of 5. So I asked Capcom about that because in the original game it's kind of like 15 in the same area, and they said that that side quest reappears in different.
Oh.
So you're gonna be shooting. It sounds like you're gonna be shooting medallions outside of just like the village area, and they just sort of like divide them into like batches of 5.
Interesting. They're doing it that way. Maybe it'll make it a little bit easier to play.
Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name, Miss Ashley. You are?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Very good questions. Unfortunately,
Whoever's the voice actor for Leon, they aged him a little bit.
it's game time.
I can hear it.
And due to the cuts, there's a lot of that village before the bridge that we ran over that you can fight through and explore. Like there's a lot that they didn't show in this footage. It's where, at least during our playthrough, the brute first appears, the cow-headed enemy.
Right.
in that area just before the bridge that we crossed. But
Yeah, because in the footage we've put out of this, people have seen the cow guy shows up in this
appears
fight,
here.
but you
Yeah.
actually fight him
Ooh.
well before this. So
Yeah, so when
it
he
seems
shows
like
up
he's
in the
gonna
fight-
be
Nice
Yeah, he's
parry.
definitely a recurring enemy, but when he shows up in the fight, you've already had to fight him before, and so I feel like it's extra tense because it's like, oh my god, I gotta fight this guy now.
Yes.
So
I saw some people speculating that he might be a single persistent enemy that follows you. I'm
no,
pretty sure that is not the case. Yeah, I think he's
No,
just
I
another
have-
enemy type.
I have killed him several times. in different
Looks
areas.
good for the
Yeah.
Just the new enemy type.
the infected head popping with the tentacle on top.
So this
Look
fight
good.
was pretty wild, as it is in the original.
What we
but
just saw.
So here, and there he is, Mr. Bullman. There's been a lot of like back and forth, like is he a cow, is he a bull? But I was like, he's got a
Same
horn
thing.
there. Not be a bull.
Just
thing.
one's male, one's female.
Well, a bull is just a cow. It's a male cow.
I mean, yeah, they're the
Yes.
same thing. But you know, like bulls have horns.
Okay,
You know.
that's fair. That's fair.
Ooh,
Listen,
evade.
He's got a
Ooh,
single horn
damn.
there. It looks like as Leon just gets pummeled.
And yeah, that's the end of the action gameplay we've got to show off. This is a look at
Yeah.
putting gems inside of treasures to increase their value.
Yeah,
Of
because you
course,
see the
if you-
values on the bottom with the
Different
bonuses.
combinations of gems net you different bonuses. There are now customized cases that have different
Ooh.
bonuses. So, like the black case has an increased drop
You have
rate
a storage.
for L resources.
Yeah,
and
and-
you can pick up charms as well, with a little chicken charm. The
That's
charms, and the
interesting.
cases, they give you little passive bonuses.
Yeah. And you can do that stuff in the typewriter menu, as you saw. So you can't do that all the time, just when you reach those save points.
So it's only for save points. That's interesting.
To keep up.
Okay, so that's all the gameplay footage we gotten. Again, longer video, obviously, but I'm stoked. This could probably be one of the better Resident Evil games, just because of a remake, just because of the thought and the whole crafting and everything that's went into it. As we saw from the creature design, that's pretty stupidly cool. You can't knock that. That is stupidly cool that he put that much thought into it. It's like, we want to keep it true to the heart and just make them mostly human. The only thing I hope they do is they keep some of the creatures, like the large Granado giant thing you fight. I forget the name of it, but you fight that with that wolf in the original where the wolf was there, or the doggo. I hope they keep that, as well as like the lake and a few other ones. If you take a lot of those out, I feel like you'll be a totally different Resident Evil, just because I remember 4 being that way. I like 4, but it wasn't my favorite. I will still say this to this day. I'm excited for it. I'm ready to play it. I'm down for it. We're going to get more trailers coming out this month, I believe. I think it's most of February because it gets released in March. But I will still say, I wish Code Veronica got some love. That was one of my favorites. Really is. So, but yeah, Code Veronica would have been nice to have a remake too. But that's just a personal beastie thing, as I've said before in the past. I'm down. I'm ready. I'm ready for Resident Evil. It's gonna be a hard choice for me this year. There's a lot of good horror games coming out that we've had so far. We've had Dead Space Remake, which is fudging-tastic. Highly recommend you guys do that. If you haven't picked it up and played it, I highly recommend. There is some differences between that and the original, but it's a good remake. Thank you guys for watching. I know this was kind of a little bit longer than we usually go, so thank you again for watching. As always, stay safe, take care of one another. I will catch you all later. All right, bye.